Welcome back, everyone, to Kerrigan and Company. We're having a great time today, and of course, keeping me company today is Maria Sansone.
Cheers!
Yes, thank you very much. We are so excited because we have the Kerrigan and Company mugs, but when you get merch when you're here, I mean, there's nothing that thrills me more. So, number one, we have your book, which I thank you so much.
You're so
Shit,
welcome.
What's for Dinner? And now we have another fantastic book that I am very excited about. The Martha's Vineyard Beach and Book Club is the name. It's historical fiction is what I'm going to call it. I think that's a fair thing. And the author is here with us. This is Martha Hall Kelly. It's great to see you.
Good to be here.
She brought us books and she brought us
you.
bags, which
bags
is so
cute.
fantastic. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Historical fiction. I love this concept because, and when I say this, maybe you should tell what that means instead of me, but lots of history in this book, but a plot line that's in your head.
Oh, absolutely. It's all based on true events. My mom grew up on Martha's Vineyard, and so she was there during World War II. And she used to tell us all sorts of amazing stories about the soldiers and the Nazi subs that were circling the island. And I just thought, why not write about World War II here in the United States? Because all my other books have been about Europe.
Yeah.
Right.
But then you have to weave that in. So how long does it take you to put together a book like that? Because you have to fact check, you have to make sure that everything is historically accurate whilst putting together this great plot.
Yes, it is a real challenge, but it took about 3 years, maybe, and I'm always writing my next book.
Not bad.
You think?
Yeah.
I'm always writing my next one while I'm promoting. So already I'm writing my next book. But,
Sure.
About 3 years.
Yeah. But a lot of that history was part of your family's legacy. So that
Yes.
was the beauty, I'm sure, of this, including the book club.
Yes, my mom had a book club on Martha's Vineyard in the 1940s and beyond. And she used to tell us about, I used to watch them in action. They'd go to the beach and talk about books. And so that inspired the whole book. And her growing up on Martha's Vineyard. She used to talk about the soldiers and how her mom would make warm donuts and sell them for 25 cents a dozen, which I don't know how she made any money off of that. But my mom would sell them out front and of their house on State Road, which is still there. And the convoys would come by with soldiers and they'd stop and buy the donuts. And my mom she was 14 at the time, so she couldn't go to the dances, but she just thought those boys were so handsome. And it was so sad for the whole island when they were training for Normandy. People didn't realize that, but because their coastlines are similar. And when almost half of the boys didn't come home, the whole island was in mourning for them.
Absolutely. You talked about, too, that there was German subs, which this is a part of history I'm not aware of, and not that I'm some kind of history buff, but I didn't realize that the Vineyard had that kind of exposure.
Yeah, well, all up and down the eastern seaboard.
Yeah.
And there were German subs that were, lying in wait, and they were downing merchant ships and all sorts of American ships, heavy losses. But my mom used to talk about going to sleep at night and hearing the subs come up to charge their batteries, the hum of that, and how scary that was. And I just thought, I think that would be the beginnings of a great novel.
Sure, absolutely.
So how long has this one been in your brain? Obviously, these stories are something that you've grown up with, and it's been sort of the fabric of your life. But when did this come to fruition that, I can put this all together?
Well, it's been incubating for a long time. I mean, I've been writing for 10 years. So I got kind of a late start in my 50s. But
came out of the gate. Whew,
hot. Right.
New York Times bestseller.
I don't know how that happened.
Your debut novel.
Yes.
I mean,
Lilac Girls. Yeah.
unbelievable.
Right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I still am pinching myself about that. I'm not sure what happened, but that was based on a true story as well.
And also historical.
Yes,
fiction.
That's all I've ever written.
Yeah.
And so I don't know why I didn't think to write this story sooner, but my daughter, one day we were coming back from a winery out in Sonoma, as
Good things happen when you after you leave a winery in Sonoma.
So
Anything that starts at a winery.
Yeah,
right?
yes, exactly. And we were in the back seat, and my husband was driving, and she said, you should write about your mom on Martha's Vineyard during World War II. I would read that, and she's in her 30s. So, and I did, and it turns out she is reading one of the characters in the audiobook. She's an actor in LA. So,
Oh, that's so great.
I know. It was
So
really
a story about your
moving.
mother with your daughter directly involved. Wow. Doesn't get any
Yes,
better
and she's
than that.
pregnant, and she felt the
Fantastic.
baby moving while she was doing it. I mean, it all kind of came full circle.
That's
yeah.
so
and this is just
great.
coming out.
Yeah,
We're right on the cusp here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people can pre-order it now. It comes out May 27th.
Exactly. May
Which is
27th.
next-
Exciting.
Which is next
exactly a
week.
week from today. Yeah. Oh my God, so scared.
So are you doing the big press push?
Yes.
What does that look like for you?
A really big book tour. I'm so lucky. Random House has been wonderful. It's all over. It's East Coast, West Coast. I'm going to Canada this time. I've never been to Canada
International.
for press. Yeah, but a lot of it is on Martha's Vineyard, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
I'm taking 4 trips there. So my sister still has my parents' house. So I get to stay with her, which is really
That's great.
wonderful. But yeah, the island, they're all abuzz about it.
Oh, I bet they are.
My hair salon was like,
Well-
we're going to put it in the front and tell everyone.
I'm
I was
sure.
like, hair salon.
What's the difference? Now, I'm assuming you haven't said, but your mother has passed away.
Oh, yes.
Okay. When you go over to the island now, what's the difference? Obviously you were going over there for all your life. What's the
yeah.
differences that you see? What's different for you than it was for Mom?
Oh, goodness. It has changed so much, even since when I was little. I was born in 1957, so, not that long after the war, really. And it was so quiet. And, I mean, obviously the traffic is, one of the major changes.
Right.
But it still has that wonderful, intimate feeling. And I think she would be very happy with how it is today. They lived in Vineyard Haven, which is a busy hub, but it's always been busy.
Yeah.
And she was always very welcoming. Some people say, oh, they shouldn't let that many cars on the island. They should limit the number of people. And she always said, you have to be welcoming. That's what the island's all about.
The island is also about farming, which a lot of
Yes.
people don't know. Your family was involved in farming. Yeah.
Yes. My mother's family, the Smiths, came to the island in 1891. And my great-grandfather was Scottish right off the boat. And they started a flower farm. The Vineyard Gazette talked about it like it was, kind of a big deal at the time. So yeah, the house is still there on State Road, which is, yeah.
Was there
which is really
anything
fun.
that you uncovered through your research about your own family that you hadn't realized?
So much about my mother. Yes, she was very quiet, but she had a lot of stories. I realized after she passed, because she died 20 years ago, but our good friend, her best friend when she was alive, one of them, she had 2, Shirley Kennedy, she filled me in on everything. She won't tell me how old she is. I know she's in her 90s, but she said people think you're old if you tell them exactly how old you are.
Good for her.
Yeah. And she is still really active, and she told me all sorts of great things about my mother's old boyfriends and how she was, my mom and dad met on the island, and Shirley was kind of joyriding in my mom's car with my dad one day while my mom was at work, and my mom said, no more of that while I'm at work. Yes. So they got let go from a job one time as switchboard operators. She told me a lot that I used.
It's so
in the book.
great. Yeah. That's the bonus, right? Going along with writing this book is maybe learning a little bit more about your family. You also said, though, if I remember correctly, that your mom spent a lot of her life wanting to get off the island.
Yes. That was one of the things, you start with characters and you build them. And Cadence, that one of the 2 sisters in the book, I gave my mom's quality of always wanted to get off the island to Cadence, because I just thought it was really interesting. People say, why would you want to get off of Martha's Vineyard? It's so wonderful. But when you grow up there,
Of course.
I think she just wanted to see the world. She was a huge reader. And I think she just wanted to get out there and experience things. So when she met my father, he was in the Coast Guard and came in to the hospital there on Martha's Vineyard. Now it's a museum. He came in for, I'm not sure what he had, but my mom checked his medical records, and because he had asked her out. And she wanted to make sure he was, healthy before she went out with him. And
I wish I would have known her mother.
Show me your medical records.
But she fell in love with him, and they had their first kiss there. And before you know it, he took her off the island. Of course, he loved the island so much that when they retired, they came back.
Always come back.
They always come
back.
back.
The thing about these beautiful pockets in New England, even where we live. My husband grew up in this town that we live in, and he couldn't wait to get out and explore and go see the world. And then, of course, we had kids and come back to New England because what's better?
Absolutely.
It's so true.
I can so understand why your mother would want to get off, though, because I think as a young person that feels very limiting. And she felt like, no privacy. Everyone knew each other, and she was in that situation. I have to tell you, Martha, this is a fabulous book to read any time of the year, but I have to assume it was planned for this to be a beach book.
No, it wasn't.
Really?
Last minute, they moved it, because I always have spring books. And so this is my first summer book. I'm loving it. I get to wear, summer clothes and travel around when it's not so freezing.
Great time to be in the vineyard.
Yeah.
So I think the timing is perfect.
And I feel like people have more freedom I read so much more over the summer than I do any other time of the year.
The cover is just so beachy and fun.
It goes great
retro.
with your outfit.
Thank you. Yes, I love the whole vibe and the whole book club of it all.
Yeah.
I imagine many people will be reviewing your book in their book clubs.
I think they will.
What are some of the things you would like them to be exploring in those conversations?
Oh, my goodness. Well, there's so much to talk about. Of course, the whole book club angle. But I wanted to make it a book club book that wasn't just about them sitting around reading books, because it's fun if you're in the book club, but if you're watching that. So in this book, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but they have to deal with a very difficult situation. There's two sisters, and one of them finds a man washed up on the beach, and they have to figure out what to do about it. So I figured that gave the book club something else to do besides reading.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, it's terrific. And we're recording this on the 20th of May, and it will stand for a while. So we want people to understand how to get hold of it. If you're watching this today on the 20th, you're going to need to pre-order. But after the 27th, I am assuming that people can find this book in many different locations.
Everywhere, really. At your local bookstore, which I always like to promote the independent bookstores. But it'll be everywhere. Yeah. Hopefully on people's beach towels, too.
I know.
100%. And now I want to go back and read Lilac Girls.
A lot of people are doing that before the book comes out. Yeah.
If you have not had a chance to be exposed to Martha's books, be sure that you take a look and you check, because I think you're going to really enjoy the way she writes. And these are great books for all summer long or all year long. But this one's exciting. Martha's Vineyard is a place that all of us here obviously know, and we might know it intimately, but people all around the world know Martha's Vineyard, and they have a real I'm not from originally here, so I know there's this idea. It's very idyllic in their minds, which it is when you get there too. But I mean, I think it's great that you have an opportunity to read a book about a place that a lot of people want to visit. So
it's a lot of fun. Book clubs are going out there for that reason, and they are reading it on the island while they're there, which is super fun. Yeah, I know, it's going to be fun.
So I'm going for the very first time. Yes, I'm going for the first time in a month with 5 girlfriends.
No way.
So if you have any tips,
I will tell you where to go.
Tips and tricks or must-dos.
I've got a map for you that will show you all the spots in the book. Yeah. There's so many fun things to do. Yeah. And it's just you and girlfriends?
The girls, yeah. Oh. I live for a girls' trip. Yeah.
Look out.
Yeah.
That's going to be so fun.
And planning all the preppy wardrobe has been really fun.
Yeah. Oh, I can tell you shopping-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The shopping is fantastic.
Well, I'll have a really cute tote to bring.
Oh, do you?
Yes. Put it right on the ferry.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Martha Hall Kelly, thank you so much. Continued success. When you write this next book, now we can't say anything about it, but she gave us a little insight here in the studio. And when she writes the next book, she has to come back too. And then I probably will chain her down to the desk and make her give me all of her telephone numbers when it's all said and done.
I can't wait.
It's very exciting.
Juicy.
It's really terrific.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good for you. But again, everybody, it's the Martha's Vineyard Beach and Book Club. Be sure you check it out.
Thank you.
This is Kerrigan and Company.